Welcome to Auntie Mea Talk. Watch out. Sometimes the person you'd take a bullet for is the one pulling the trigger. This is a story of family, greed, and a betrayal you won't believe. Sarah and Maya were more than just sisters. They were best friends. Or at least, that's what Sarah believed. Sarah was the hardworking one. A successful architect who had built her life from the ground up. Maya, the younger sister, was the free spirit. A polite way of saying she never held a job for more than a month and relied on Sarah for everything. Sarah never minded. She loved Maya. She paid Maya's rent, bought her clothes, and even gave her a credit card for emergencies. When Sarah met Mark, a kind-hearted doctor, she felt her life was complete. She invited Maya to live with them in their beautiful suburban home after they got married, wanting to keep her family close. The betrayal didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, calculated erosion. Maya began by planting tiny seeds of doubt. When Sarah was working late, Maya would sit with Mark and sigh. "Poor Sarah," she would say. "She's so obsessed with her career. I wish she had more time for you, Mark. You look so lonely." At the same time, Maya would tell Sarah, "Mark was complaining about your long hours again. He said he feels like he's married to a ghost." Sarah, exhausted and guilt-ridden, started pulling back from her work, which was exactly what Maya wanted. If Sarah wasn't the successful one anymore, the power dynamic in the family would shift. While Sarah was distracted trying to fix her marriage, Maya was busy with Sarah's checkbook. Having lived in the house for a year, Maya knew all of Sarah's passwords. She began transferring small amounts of money into a private offshore account she had opened. She wasn't just stealing. She was setting a trap. She made the transfers look like Sarah was funneling money out of her firm illegally. Maya knew that if Sarah were to be investigated, she would lose her license, her reputation, and her fortune. The breaking point came on Sarah's 30th birthday. Sarah had planned a quiet dinner, but she arrived home to find the house dark. When she walked into the bedroom, she found Mark packed and ready to leave. "I can't do this anymore, Sarah," Mark said, his voice trembling with anger and hurt. "Maya showed me the emails. I know you've been planning to leave me and take the money you've been hiding." Sarah was confused. "What emails? What money?" Maya stepped out from the shadows, dabbing her eyes with a tissue, looking like the picture of a grieving sister. "I had to tell him, Sarah. I couldn't let you ruin his life like this. I found the bank statements. How could you steal from your own firm? How could you lie to the man who loves you?" Sarah looked at her sister and saw, for the first time, the cold, calculating eyes behind the mask of innocence. Maya had faked an entire paper trail of emails and bank transfers. Within a week, Sarah's life imploded. Mark filed for divorce. Her firm, alerted by an anonymous whistleblower, Maya, suspended her pending an investigation. Because the evidence Maya had planted was so thorough, Sarah was facing potential jail time. The most shocking part? Their mother took Maya's side. "Maya is the only one telling the truth," her mother said. "You were always too ambitious, Sarah. You got greedy." Sarah was evicted from her own home because Maya had manipulated the deed signatures during a time when Sarah was recovering from a minor surgery and was on heavy pain medication. Sarah was down, but she wasn't out. She was an architect. She knew how to look at blueprints and find the flaws. She spent months living in a tiny apartment, using her remaining savings to hire a private forensic accountant. The breakthrough came when they tracked the IP address of the anonymous whistleblower. It wasn't just Maya's laptop. It was a laptop Maya had used at a local library, thinking she was untraceable. However, the library had high-definition security footage. The footage showed Maya, smiling and laughing with a man Sarah recognized, Mark's best friend Liam. It turned out Maya and Liam had been working together. They planned to get rid of Sarah, get Maya to marry Mark, who would inherit Sarah's assets, and then split the fortune. Sarah didn't go to the police first. She went to the family house during a dinner Maya had organized for the new family. She walked in and placed a tablet on the table. She played the footage of Maya and Liam. She showed the logs of the offshore account being accessed from Maya's phone. The silence in the room was deafening. Mark looked at Maya with pure disgust. Their mother turned pale. "I gave you everything," Sarah said, her voice calm but sharp as a knife. "I gave you a home, a life, and my heart. And you tried to take my soul. Maya tried to scream, to lie, to manipulate, but the evidence was undeniable. Mark left her that night. The firm dropped the charges against Sarah after the forensic report proved the fraud was committed by an external party. Maya was eventually charged with identity theft and fraud. Without Sarah's money to bail her out, she ended up exactly where she started, with nothing. But this time, no one was coming to save her. Sarah rebuilt her life. She never spoke to her sister or her mother again. She learned the hardest lesson of all. Sometimes, the most dangerous stranger is the one who shares your DNA. Money can be replaced, but trust? Once it's gone forever. Don't let your kindness be your weakness. If you enjoyed this story, hit the like button and subscribe to Auntie Mea Talk. Stay safe and watch your back.